Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Would You If for December 13th, a Thursday. So basically, would you blank if blank were the consequence or the prize?
Prize?
Either one. So, today's question, very joint collaboration. We had a good time trying to come up with these. And we've discovered that we really like talking about death. So we're going to go for...
It seems to just be on our minds a lot.
There's just so much fun.
There's a lot of things you can do with death. As weird as it sounds, because it's very final.
It's a very final thing.
But then again, a lot of our conversations gear towards
maybe not being so final.
Yeah, trying to get around it.
Except maybe in this case.
Yeah, this one's a little bit different.
A little bit. So the question is, would you learn your death date? So when you're going to die, if someone offered it to you. Basically a fortune teller. We're going to go with basically.
The oracle has spoken.
You go to someone, a fortune teller, a real life, this is someone very legit, and they say, hey, would you like me to tell you when you die? Would you accept that knowledge? Do you want to know? Are you curious? Do you think it would change who you are, what you did, what you became, how you lived?
So, is there, being that this is a different question compared to a lot of things we talk about, is there any stipulations at all? I don't really see anything. It's kind of a straightforward yes.
Very straightforward. Would you learn the information? Based on the fact of what would it do to you by learning said information? If you didn't learn it, you just go about your normal life. And it doesn't change anything, doesn't affect anything. You go about your everyday life, nothing. But if you do learn it, you just say, hey, I think that knowledge would be something that would be to my benefit. Do you think it would be to the benefit? Do you think it would help you in any way?
To know when you're going to die.
Yeah.
This one is really tricky. The reason why I say it's tricky is because, yes, there are things that you can definitely change or, improve on your life if suddenly, I don't have that much time left. But at the same time, could you imagine if you're like, yes, I want to know when I'm going to die. And they literally say 24 hours. You have 24 hours to do.
Then I would definitely want to know that.
Yeah.
The shorter the period, the more likely I'd want to know.
Why? Why do you say?
Because then at least you're not going about, tomorrow I don't go to work and then sleep all day and then die. Maybe I do something else for my last 24 hours. I didn't spend most of it working. Being able to at least live out that last tiny bit of my life, not worrying about anything, and finally just whatever it is that I want to do, that last day or my loved ones or whatever it may be, I'll actually be able to at least end my life the way I want it.
See, that I can definitely understand. Now
there's the other way. If you die, I'm 30-ish and I'm going to die at 95.
Yeah.
Well, then what? Then you're going to die at a ripe old age.
Yeah. You're pretty much just like, I'm going to die the same amount. I feel like that would... It wouldn't be really depressing, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think that really would affect your life anyway. Because it's like, if you know you're going to die of old age, well, I guess, would that cause you to do stupid risks? I don't know. Are they saying you can't die any sooner than the said age, or...
So that was the question I was waiting for right there.
Yeah.
How can you change it? Because in my personal opinion, of course you can change it. Because, just because you're going to die at this age, if you jump in front of a car, it's not going to magically miss you. Yeah, you killed yourself. Well, you're going to die now.
Yeah.
But yes, if they said, hey, you're going to die at 61 on a Thursday by a car accident.
Yeah. And it's like, you're just kind of like, well, that means I still got to pay all my bills every single day, got to go to work every single day. You pretty much wouldn't change really your routine because that's not really a normal age to die, but still it's just so far off that even if you were like, I'm going to change my life for the better, sadly, because of human because of human nature, you would end up falling back into your routines.
That is human nature.
Human nature. So it's like if it was a sooner time, I mean, it's not like you can be. It's not like you're gonna be like playing high and low with this oracle. Like, can you tell me if it's between this age and this age? It's like, I'm gonna guess age, and you tell me if it's higher or lower.
See if I can find something as you were chatting there.
But it's like, the other thing is what if they're literally like, you're going to die about like 2 hours from now?
Even then, at least you would spend the last 2 hours doing what you wanted to do.
I guess the other thing would be, what was it? There was something that came up when we were originally discussing this. And I thought while you were coming up with the question and everything. And it had to do with, well, once again, we already discussed the being able to change it or not. We've discussed.
Of course, I would say if this magical oracle is telling you, it would not be. You wouldn't learn your exact cause of death. It would be you're going to die on said day.
Yeah.
To which it's like, hide in my house. Don't go anywhere. You get hit by a missile or something. It's like, oh, it predicted that I was going to hide in my house.
Atom bomb. Just your house floods. I'm just like, well, I don't know. It's like, as I said, it's very tricky because at the same time that I do agree with you in the fact that if you know the time, yes, you can change for the better. You can do what you want. You can live those moments and cherish them. But at the same time, like, once again, if it's far off, unless it's I assume that unless it's by your own hand, that is when you're going to die.
Like, by your own hand.
Because that's the thing is, obviously if you jump, like you said, if you jump in front of something, that's going to be the end of you.
Yeah.
But is that saying that nothing else can happen to you naturally or by accident until that day?
Naturally. I mean, if you say you're not going to die, then you're not going to die, as long as you don't do something that is bluntly probably going to kill you. Oh, there's shark-infested waters. I can't be killed. Let me go for it. No problem. You might die. You're probably going to die off that one. It's not going to make it.
Yeah. So it's like...
What movie was it recently that was that?
What?
They learned that they couldn't die until then. So it's like, nothing can kill me, so I can do this one thing. There was a movie at some point recently that this was in, or a show. I remember seeing.
I don't know.
It was exactly that. It's like, I'm not going to die, so I know I can't be killed. What was it? Oh, it was something I watched. Not, I say recent. It was probably in the last 6 months.
Oh, that's helpful.
But it was that exact scenario. They had learned that they weren't going to die to a certain period, so they knew, like, well, I can't die. So they kept doing crazy things. They learned. God, I wish I remember what it was, but I don't.
I don't know. To me, it's tricky because, on one hand, I'm like, yes, I would like to know because it's I
don't feel it's human nature to want to kind of know.
Yeah, it's you want to know because especially if it is something sudden, like you said, if it is a sudden thing, yeah, I'd like to know. But at the same time, I think that knowledge would also instill, at least in some people, a certain paranoia. Like, well, I know I'm going to die this day, and I guess not paranoia, because unless they're, well, yeah, I guess it would be a kind of paranoia, because if they don't tell you how you're going to die, then it's like you said, I'm going to sit in my house that day, or
heart attack, die.
Just choke on a chicken bone. Like, God, that'd be such.
There's so many ways.
Please, if I die that way, don't write that on my tombstone.
Died by chicken.
Yeah.
Choked on the chicken.
Yeah. Definitely don't write that on the tombstone. But at the same time, I think also for some people that would instill a sense of depression. It's just like some people who do find out that they are dying from cancer and they have a negative reaction about it. Like, instead of, oh, I better live my life to the fullest, it goes in the opposite direction where it's like, especially as it gets closer to that day, like, oh, well, I'm gonna die anyways, or, you know, why should I do this because why should I go to this appointment, or why should I bother showing up at work, or anything like that. It will have a negative
Promise you in the last few months or when I'm not going to work.
No,
I do know I'm going to die. I'm not working. I don't have to now. They're not going to evict me on my house anytime soon.
Yes, but you have a spouse.
No, I'm just saying, even if I can miss a few payments on the mortgage because they're not going to kick me out that quickly.
She will have to continue to pay the bills.
Figured out. I'm dying. God. I'm not going to suffer at work at the last 2 months, 3 months of my life.
But the fun you could do at work.
As long as you make it a few times, there's a good. I've got life insurance.
I might be worried about getting fired. Like the things you could do at work.
Oh no! One of the best jobs I ever had was a job I didn't care if I got fired from.
Oh well, I've never had one of those.
Yeah, I did. It was the second job. So I had my primary job. It was a second job, and it was like I kind of wanted to need the extra money, but it's like it's my second job, and it was a part-time job, and it was like I just did not care if I got fired. And you want to talk about just being able to say no to anything you want to? It's great.
Oh, the joys.
Yeah, the joys.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
So that was nice.
No, I've never had a job where it was like, oh, I don't care if I get fired. Either I didn't care or it didn't matter if I got fired. I've never had this. Because, like, at my makeup jobs, yes, I cared about whether or not I was going to get fired because I liked the jobs. Mm-hmm. And then here in my last couple, like, my retail jobs, it's like, I need you to survive.
Yeah, well, for me, it was even harder for me to get fired because two of the managers I primarily worked under both really liked me. So, it worked out really well.
Anyway, let's get some of your responses. Did you ever find what you're looking for on your phone?
No, not at all.
What was it?
I didn't find it. That's the issue. It was just a little saying that I really, really, really liked that I can't find. Okay. It's popped up on my Facebook feed a few times, and I thought I took a picture of it to kind of remember what it was, and I didn't apparently. I can't find it. So
get your shit together.
I agree.
So let's hear. I've been rambling, so you need.
No, because you had you were the one that said it would not be. There may not be a positive to it.
Yeah, as I said, it would be tricky. It would be.
For me, it's not tricky at all. I see no downside.
Okay.
For me, it's easy. To me, it's a definite yes because I see no downside to it whatsoever. I see nothing but positives.
Yeah.
I would definitely want to know no matter what, because if it was short, great, I'm glad I knew. If it was long, then, well, I'm going to die anyway at some point. At least I know when it's going to be. So for me, no matter what, it's positive. I can't find a negative in it. And
for me, it's a yes. It's, as I said, like, it's a yes. But that's, as I said, because I did see some negatives to it, but not enough to be like, fuck no. But once again, I think it is also that curiosity. It's the human nature to want to know when and where the end is. But as I said, I think it's, for me, the reason why mine is a yes-ish and not like a is just because of that. Just knowing just brings to that whole, like, it's never going to leave your mind. Like, well, I'm dying next week, and it's always going to be in your head. And for me, because of other issues and crap that I have, I know that will be a depressing thing, not a...
Again, to me, it's just it feels more freeing than depressing.
Yeah.
Knowing the answer, knowing, hey, if you don't do anything really stupid, you're going to live to a nice, ripe old age.
Well, yeah, see, for that, yes. Like, if it is a long time, then it's like, okay, that means that whatever risks I take now, as long as they're not extreme ones, it's not going to make it to where I am going to die. Like, and so it's like, yes, I see that. But especially as that time gets shorter, it's more of one of those, as far as it being in your head, I know you, Mr. Yourself is more important than everything else kind of dude over there. But for me, knowing that it's getting closer and knowing, yes, I will be free, after that, nothing's going to matter to me because it's just, that's it. Like, that's the world is going to stop for me. The world's going to end for me. I don't have any worries past that, but I am leaving people behind. And as that date gets closer, you're going to see that more from the people around you. As much as you're celebrating life because it's going to end, you're going to watch the people around you have to try to cope with knowing you're here now.
Who says you have to tell them? Why would you tell them? I mean, truthfully, what benefit would you actually get from telling people when you were going to die?
Well, it was like the whole cancer thing. Like, I was viewing
Again, but still, I mean, in general, in actual reality, why would you tell someone? Is there a reason to? Do you think you'll gain something? Wouldn't you actually would prefer if they lived just like you normal? Would there actually be a benefit to telling anyone?
I don't
know. Or is
know.
that something, or do you even think you could keep it from everyone?
I don't know if it would be one of those, like, could you keep it from somebody, or would they pick up on it? Like, you suddenly just changed everything.
Nobody would pick up on it. It's not something that people... It's so out of the ordinary. It's just not something normal.
Not like, oh, you know when you're going to die, but just, like, the way you suddenly changed. It's just the way... It's like picking up on when someone suddenly goes... This is going to sound weird. Not really weird, but one of the major signs of someone who is about to commit suicide is that sudden change. That, hey, we should hang out more often, or hey, let's spend all this time together, or hey, I have all this stuff that I don't need anymore, and they start giving everything away. Or like, oh, this is my favorite movie collection. Like, you know that's their favorite movie collection. Hey, I want you to have it. Well, why? Because you know we're totally cool, like we're close and everything. It's like you see these signs that are not normal for this person, or they're suddenly realizing, like, I have all these life possessions that I don't need anymore because of that. And so it's like, if you start showing different signs...
That would also be at the very, 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 very end. Now, if you told anyone and you had like 40 years left...
Well, no, why would you do that?
Exactly, is my point. That's why I'm saying, in general, I just wouldn't tell anybody. No one would ever know except for me, and there would be no reason for anyone to know.
So you would just...
Unless I needed, like, my significant other to know, so it would be like, hey, we need to do whatever we're going to do. I'm going to die at this time.
Well,
of course, I don't know if they'd believe me, and then we'd go off and do something and disappear for 6-8 months or just a year or whatever.
Well, it's not only that, but it's like, hey, we need to figure out how you're going to survive after I'm dead.
So, I mean, there's things to figure out. But in general, I wouldn't tell a soul. It would be knowledge that I would have for myself that I
think to me it would be based on the length, like how far out it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's that too, of course. The length determines a lot of how you would proceed, exactly.
But yes, as far as not telling anyone, especially as it gets closer, I do believe that there are some people that can pick up on stuff like that.
Oh,
not like, hey, what oracle did you talk to?
I'm sure there are some people, but I also truly feel that I personally don't think I know someone who would pick up on it. And be like, oh, you're acting strange. You gonna die sometime soon? You're a little too friendly. You're a little too giving now.
It's like, suddenly you gave me, it's like, you just gave me your camera. What's wrong with you?
I'm not going to need it anymore.
No. But yeah, that's like, so yes, I do think that keeping it from everyone, especially as it gets closer, is going to be a bit tricky. But as far as, I'm going to die at 60, I don't think I need to be going around going, I'm going to die at 60, we really need to talk about some things. But yes, mine is a yes-ish, and yours is a yes.
Hardcore yes. Again, I just think nothing benefits.
Nothing benefits? I
think nothing but benefits.
You're like, nothing benefits.
Yeah, it's just, no matter what, it's useful information.
Yeah.
If it's soon, then it's like, then my job, I don't need to worry about that. I just need to worry about what's going to make me immediately happy and focus on 1,000,000% me until the death. And if it's late, it's like, well, I have plenty of time. Let's continue onward and just continue trying to make things better, which should always be the goal in your normal everyday life, because everyone's going to die at some point. And
every day could be that day where you're like, well, my time's up.
Yeah,
so,
but you also can't live like you're dying.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and I know it's a fun saying, but you literally can't live like you're dying.
Yes, that's why I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud, but that is why I love Carpe Diem, seize the day, and not YOLO.
YOLO, yeah, screw YOLO. I've never liked YOLO.
Fucking hate YOLO. Whoever came up with YOLO, please.
Yeah, because no.
only
Seize
live
the day, awesome.
Yes.
Seize the day, try to achieve, do things, be great. YOLO, you only live once? Yes. You only live once.
So don't do stupid shit.
Exactly. For me, it has the exact opposite effect of what it supposedly has.
Yeah, like you only every time you hear YOLO, it's someone doing something stupid because they only live once.
Which is the opposite effect.
Yeah.
You only live once. So how about you not try to get yourself killed?
Yeah. That's why I love Carpe Diem. Seize the day. Well, this was
Yeah, that was good.
That was awkward ending, but
yeah, I mean, I can't agree with you more. I completely
So Carpe Diem, everyone.
Carpe Diem, seize the day.
Live like it's your last, but don't live like you're stupid.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Stupid. It's you've heard of Philip DeFranco. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of his shirts is "Don't be stupid." Stupid.
Comma.
That's great.
It's like the whole, I like to eat my family and my cat. And it's like, use grammar, you psychopath. Yeah.
No, grammar is very important in some sort of situations.
Yeah.
The other shirt I really want, he does another shirt that just says, sports! I don't know what the game is. I don't know what team I'm supposed to be cheering for. But we're going to win. It's going to be awesome. Sports! It's awesome. Anyways, as always, you can reach me at something. Stars on Travel. Amanda at KZ Pup. The show at Beyond Our Focus. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, podcast services, all the fun stuff. Leave likes. Throw stars on things and rate us awesomely. 5 stars always. Leave comments down below. Let us know what you thought of the episode. Let us know what you would do. Twitter, always throw a poll up that no one ever votes on.
Stop being so negative.
They don't!
Maybe they don't know what's out there.
Because they never get this far in the episode. People are like, they're done with the episode. Click.
Yeah, exactly.
Except when he says he watched the whole thing. And
so we need, right at the beginning, to be like, watch for our poll after.
Yeah, that would actually probably be more beneficial. No one gets this far.
Yeah.
Because they ramble for 10 minutes at the end. We're never going to listen to it.
He's getting fired from the outro, by the way.
I keep dragging on longer and longer and longer.
He either messes it up, forgets what show he's on.
Things happen. It's all right, though. Well, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'd appreciate that. I'd love to get some more subscribers. That'd be nice.
We'll get there.
But is there anything else?
I think we're good.
Peace out.
Like,
all right.
subscribe, comment.
Yeah.
Be friendly, and Carpe Diem.
Carpe Diem. Seize the day. But, till next time, long days and pleasant nights.